this again. Now, originally I did plan to follow up on this last year, but like a lot of things I tried doing in 2024, it got delayed. So, better late than never. It also felt like the right time as well, with Doctor Who's future waiting in the wings whilst we await the response from the BBC about the co-production renewal for Series 16 and beyond. And this time, to end the series off with a bang, I thought it was time we double the episodes, and I also got somebody else on board to help me. Yes, credit goes to Robert on this one, as he was able to help me with most of the pitches that I was having trouble with. So, thank you, Robert. Anyways, sit down, pour your favourite drink, stop watching your streaming service, turn off the lights as we find out the final 10 episodes I'd like Doctor Who to do for its new era. So my first idea was the first one that me and Robert pitched, which was an episode based in the stylings of one of our favourite science fiction shows, the fantastic 2003 reboot of Battlestar Galactica. Now, we didn't actually base this on any central episode of kind, but we used the show and its stylings to base this idea, where we would be on board of a colony ship with survivors from a local war, which were being boarded by a robotic force. The episode itself would be more of a personal one, looking at the lives of the people on board the colony ship, how this one incident affects them. The Doctor and companion would be in the story, but they wouldn't be centralised. In a way, it's kind of like Sleeping No More, but less focused on the monsters, and definitely less found footage involved. This next idea, which came from myself, would be an episode on an alternative Earth, kind of like Inferno Rise of the Cybermen, but more invoking than some of the ideas from the 90s show Sliders. Like with the last idea, I didn't base this on a central episode of the show, but I used the basis of the series to branch off an idea, where the Doctor and the companion would land on an Earth where everybody has a TARDIS, due to this alternative Earth's Doctor having publicly sold the secrets of time travel to everybody involved. With this idea in mind, this episode would be more of a mesh of two central plots, the main one being this version of the Doctor finding a way to stop their alternative version from continuing and allowing this to happen, from screwing up the timelines even more. But you should also have a plot where the companion should wonder if the secrets of time travel should be made public, and then find out what would be the best option, perhaps in the end helping the alternative Doctor to make a new decision about things. Next we have the first idea, which just came from Robert, where he decided he wanted to do an episode that would be on a fighting ring episode on another planet, using the Smallville Season 6 episode Combat, where Clark had to do the same to defeat a Phantom Zone escapee. Using this example, he thought an episode where the TARDIS landed on a planet which he'd have to fight in the arena to escape it, which, when you come to think of it, was the plot to Thor Ragnarok. He felt like with this episode it would be more of a companion-centric or even a Doctor Light, where the companion would be the one that would be involved with the ring, allowing more time to be spent on them and the other people, such as the staff or the other people imprisoned. So you would not only get a lot of the fights, but also a lot of the drama involved as well. This next one is mine, which actually came to me as I wrote the next one. It's probably the only one which I fully didn't base it on a pre-existing show, but more of a pre-existing idea of travelling back from the memories of the Doctor and the companion. What I think would be best to do with the episode would be to show the events of the days before the Doctor and companion met, what finally convinced them both that they needed each other, and how things maybe could have intertwined. Like they thought of the same thing, they needed somebody else, and then it made kind of more sense of why they would meet in the first episode of the series. We're halfway through, and again, this is another idea of mine, and I'm so surprised that Chris Chibnall didn't do this in his era, because I feel like they would have fit so perfectly. But I have to give credit to the inspiration of this episode, which is the episode The Message from Firefly. This one would see a Time War survivor that the Doctor knew when they were brought on the battlefield return to the current Doctor's life. Possibly due to a leak of information somewhere, the survivor causes hell to break loose with them being around again. It's an episode that I swear, with the changing of the Doctor's origins in the Chibnall era, it would have made more sense that even something as stable as the Time War in the Doctor's memories could be twisted and plucked to the universe's designs to make things so much worse for them. So, we would have a puppet episode, which would obviously be the basis of the Angel Season 5 episode Smile Time, but I want to do something different with it. With this one, we'd follow a planet full of puppets and have to try and put things back together, no pun intended, with the planet itself, now that it's been put into two factions due to the death of their puppet master. So yeah, a dark episode on the inside, whilst it also carries with it being through a lighter lens of it being puppets and not humans or aliens involved. Well, except for the Doctor and Companion, of course. Bit confused about the title of this episode? Don't worry, I'll explain. This one is based on the music video for the track The Importance of Being Idle from my favourite band Oasis. That music video had Rita Fans as a funeral director singing about his life as he's talking. This one I wanted to take that idea from the music video and make it more of a character piece of a man who died in the 60s who's just witnessing his life continue on, even seeing his funeral take place as the Doctor and Companion discover that this person didn't die from anything alien, but just something normal, and decided to pay the due respects, which we would see throughout the episode. So kind of a normal episode, but sometimes you don't really need to do a big extravagant one all the time. Idea number 8, and this one I have to give credit to Robert. As per the last two videos, this is our typical classic Who element return to New Who, and this time he wanted to follow up on the events of the Dalek Civil War, last seen on screen in Remembers of the Daleks. He wanted this episode to follow on from that arc, so I thought perhaps that it could be like a revenge story for the Renegade Daleks to have their revenge after the Imperial faction technically won, and then lost with the destruction of Skaro. But as well as it being a major Dalek story, the Doctor had to be involved as it tied to the ramifications of sending up the hand of Omega to destroy Skaro. So perhaps it could be a companion light affair, but mainly it would be a major Dalek episode with the Doctor being involved. Just what you want for a follow-up, don't you think? We've reached the penultimate idea, this one coming from Robert, who thought of a comedy episode of the Doctor and Companion crossing over from different TV shows based on the Supernatural Season 5 episode Changing Channels. And actually, I'm going to stop this one early because as of the writing of this video, the TV shows actually started to do some of this in the Series 15 promos, such as the Doctor and Belinda landing EastEnders, The Apprentice and Gladiators, although the shot compositing is a bit rubbish. But yeah, BBC, for a future season episode, can we just go into this a bit more? You know, it's been 20 years since Bad Wolves, so can we have another one of these? Please? And for the final idea, which you can probably guess by the titles based on the Buffy the Vampire Season 5 episode, The Body. And would basically follow the same idea of the Doctor Companion coming back to visit the Companion's parents, who dies in the episode, and we'd follow the stages of the Companion and the Doctor reacting to it. And honestly, I wouldn't mind if the episode really kind of like The Body, because it is one of the best episodes of that show, and it's just a shame that it's marred by current things to do with that show itself. But oh well, if Doctor Who did its version of it, I'm sure it would be as good. Well, hell, it could be even more amazing than the original. Anyways, that was a look at another 10 ideas for possible Doctor Who episodes. And looking back at the 20 I pitched, I'm glad I did this series. It's weird to think that this is originally a filler video that I wanted to do because I wasn't doing the What If I Was showrunner anymore. But seriously, I've been very thankful for everybody who got involved and whoever watched the other two, and will probably enjoy this one. And I guess I'm going to give the series to everybody else to continue. So, go forth, and I'd love to hear all your ideas. Oh, and before I go, we had an 11th idea which we were going to put into the video, which is basically Doctor Who's A Gilmore Girls episode, but then I found the Ethernet cable that Will used in his overlooked writers collab to unplug Robert's connection, and used it again. And as always, I'll be seeing you, my friends.